UFC 319 DDP Khamzat went down last night, and this is one of those fights where I get so annoyed to be a fan of MMA because the fan base really are just some of the most. I always wonder if the MMA fan base is the most infuriating fan base to be a part of out of any single sport because they're just so. It's just like a bunch of know-it-alls, and the majority of them don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, or they're just so desperate to be seen as someone who watches a sport religiously that they're just ready to shit on anybody else who has an opposing opinion. But like, I have casual in my name, in my YouTube name, so maybe you'll deem that a proper fitting title for me after I give my opinion on this. But I've been watching the UFC for probably about 15 years now, right? I'd say for the past 6 years, I've had UFC Fight Pass. I've watched every single event every weekend, mostly top to bottom. And this was one of the most boring main events I've ever seen. Was it dominant? Yeah. But it was also boring, okay? It can be both those things, okay? Sorry, I don't want to just see a grappler hold someone against the cage for 25 minutes. And I don't hate grappling, okay? I'm an MMA fan. That's what everyone says. Oh, you're not an MMA fan if you don't like watching this. It's like someone pointed out in proper wrestling matches, like you're not just holding someone down for 25 minutes to win. And like I was able to prove so many people in the comments wrong already. I was like, yeah, I guarantee you don't even watch fucking plain wrestling just by itself, yet you're claiming that it's the most entertaining thing that you could possibly watch. Nah. And I know it's just because everyone's biased towards Chimaev and just, Russian fighters, they're just allowed to get away with it because I don't know. I don't know why. But yeah, this type of grappling, I'm just not a fan of it. And I guess some blame is to be had on DDP. Like, he just didn't really have an answer for it the entire time. So, Chimaev did what he had to do to win, and it bored me. So, whatever. Like, there's been so many dominating grappling performances I've seen over the years that have just been enthralling to watch. Even recently, like, um, Bilal and Sean Brady both against Leon Edwards completely ragdolled, dominated him, and that shit was entertaining to watch for me. And also, one of my favorite fights of the past few years was Gamrot versus Benil Dariush. Like that was like a 3 round fight consisting of a lot of grappling exchanges, and they were able to kind of meet each other, scramble back and forth. It was entertaining to watch, like just seeing them roll around the cage. Like that type of grappling is entertaining to watch, but just holding someone on a cage, like if you're in a fight, you should be damaging your opponent. Like if you're that dominant for 25 minutes, landing 500 strikes, and you haven't even rocked your opponent a single time, like not really hurt them at all. I don't know. Like compare that to freaking Glover Teixeira versus Anthony Smith, where he had him in like similar kind of positions for an entire fight, and he was breaking that dude's teeth out and just fucking pummeling him into the canvas for 5 rounds. Like if you're that dominant, I feel like you should be able to pull off something like that. And then, like, you look at a fighter like Marab, he's like shooting constantly, grappling for an entire fight, and he's always mixing in the striking, going for ground and pound, looking for subs. Like, that's just what I want to see. And I'm not even a Hamzat hater. Like, I've actually enjoyed quite a lot of the domination he's done up until this point, but this one was just like, it was a boring fight. And I just don't know how you can be entertained by this, even though it is that dominant. It's like, yeah, okay, after the first round, like you can pretty much just tune off and not even watch the rest of it. Like, there's no suspense, there's no back and forth. Like, I saw him getting taken down, and then I was like, okay, yeah, just pretty much stop watching the round. But you know, it is what it is. Guess I'm a casual for having that opinion, but whatever. Like, I hate that word, honestly. I fucking hate that word and the people who throw it around just to make themselves seem better. Like, for some reason, MMA fans just have such an ego to them that I do not understand. But it is what it is, and we're probably just going to see this a whole lot more, or maybe not even, because if Chimaev's dominating DDP like that, he probably is just submitting the rest of the fighters with ease. But you know, if Usman can hold him off for 3 rounds off the couch, maybe he can move up and I mean, maybe he'd just hold him off some more. I don't know. But anyway, like, it was a good dominant win for Chimaev. Like, he did exactly what he needed to do. He won the belt. There was, like, nothing coming back his way. So, like, he did do that. But if you're able to just ragdoll someone like that, I want to see them, like, get fucking destroyed at the same time. Like, he was landing some good ground and pound, like, with his crucifix and shit. But, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. But, like, I hate how there's a certain fights where you can't criticize it for being boring. It's like, imagine watching a football match where a team has 99% possession and they score like one goal maybe at the end to win. Like, I don't know. Like, that's not a boring match, is it? But yeah, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of double standards and shit going on. Like, again, like I brought up Bilal against Leon before. That guy was considered like the most boring fighter in the UFC, and he was having a whole lot more action in his grappling than this. So, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, main event, kind of just predictable, really. Like, I don't know. I wanted DDP to have something, but he didn't. And then further down the card, like the rest of the card was pretty good. Lerone Murphy, crazy spinning back elbow knockout, taking Pico down. Good shit. I'd love a title fight for him next because featherweight, it's kind of dead. And then like there's a few title eliminators kind of coming up, but you can really give it to anyone there. And I don't think it matters too much. And then we also had Jeff Neal getting knocked out by Prates with a spinning elbow too. So crazy back-to-back spinning elbows. Prates, I think he redeemed himself a lot from the Ian Gary fight because I don't know what the hell he was doing. And a lot of guys who fight Ian Gary, it's the same thing. They just fight like straight into his game for some reason and just, I don't know, let him snake charm them for the entire fight. So good to see Prates pull this off. And I don't know who I'd like to see him fight next, but it does, welterweight is popping off quite well. So, good to see that shit. And yeah, like the rest of the card was interesting too. But to be honest, I really just wanted to talk about this main event because fuck me, oh my god, I just can't even look in the comment sections. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've said what I need to say. So yeah, that was 319 main event mostly at least, and I guess I'm a casual as fuck for finding someone holding someone for 25 minutes boring. But okay, call me a casual then. Like there's so many grappling fights I've really enjoyed that people have found boring as fuck, and I'm like, how the fuck do you find that boring? Like they're offensively grappling, working for positions, landing ground and pound, going for subs the whole time. And Khamzat was doing a bit of that too, but so much of the time he was literally just holding him there, and it was just, I don't know, just brutalize him next time. But yeah, that was that, and yeah, whatever.